What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to talk about Coach Raheem Morris and has Raheem Morris learned from his mistakes from last season. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. And if you would like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. So today, Coach Raheem Morris did speak to the media prior to OTA practices. And one key thing that he stated during the interview that I viewed is basically the coaching staff and him personally, they took too long to make adjustments last season. And I really feel like this is the first time I've heard Raheem Morris state this since last season as far as making the proper adjustments. And last year, they took too long to bench Kirk Cousins. Last year, they took too long to make adjustments on the defensive side of the ball. We were seeing the same mistakes being made over and over again, week in and week out. And he addressed that today during his press conference when he talked about it just took them a little bit too long to make the proper adjustments as far as him having his post on this Atlanta Falcons team. And I really feel like Coach Raheem Morris has learned from his mistakes just by him stating that, because to me last season, there were way too many instances after the game where I felt like Coach Raheem Morris didn't do a good job of coming to the podium as the head man of the team, as the head coach, coming in and stating, that, I made mistakes and that it's my fault that we lost the game. I felt like there were being too many excuses made. And as the leader of the team, as far as the quarterback, as far as your head coach, you always want to take accountability as the head man of the team, as the head coach. You don't want to throw your players under the bus. You don't want to throw coaches on your coaching staff under the bus, because at the end of the day, everything goes back to the head coach and everything falls at their doorstep when you're the head man of a team. So I really feel like this is the first step to Raheem Morris changing his ways this upcoming season and learning from his mistakes from last season. I really feel like some of the mistakes that he made as far as clock management, the mistake that he made of not benching Kirk Cousins earlier, cost the Atlanta Falcons the playoff berth last year and us winning the division. You came out and started 6-3 early on in the season, and we pretty much had a stranglehold on the division. And then we dropped like 6 or 7 games out of our last 10 games, which caused the Falcons to miss the playoffs for, I believe, the 5th or 6th consecutive year. So with that being said, I do believe in Coach Raheem Morris. I do think that he has a chance to learn from his mistakes. But of course, we're going to have to see it. You guys know that I'm a cup half full guy, not a cup half empty type of content creator or type of person. But I'm willing to give Coach Raheem Morris the benefit of the doubt, because I give every coach, every player that benefit of the doubt. But this year is a prove-it year for Coach Raheem Morris as far as, is he a good head coach? Is he a guy that understands how to make the proper adjustments? Is he the coach that he's going to follow his own, what he stated in his own press conference today, that he's going to make the proper adjustments earlier? Because I really feel like last season, that was what caused this team to miss the playoffs, was poor clock management, not benching players when they need to be benched, not inserting certain players in certain instances. As far as on the defensive line, you had guys like D'Angelo Malone who finally got opportunities to play. You seen him have success rushing the passer. You started playing a little bit more press coverage and man coverage, and you seen Judon come on late in the season and get more sacks. You seen, through the later half of the season, after that Denver game against the Broncos, after the bye, we seen the team kind of turn the corner as far as being able to get pressure and things of that nature. So those are the type of things that I want to hear from Coach Raheem Morris, is taking accountability. That's the biggest thing to me when it comes to the head coach. You have to have your fingerprints on the team, but you also have to have your finger on the pulse of the team and know when the team, needs a player to be benched, when to call the right time out at the right time in the game, clock management, not turning the ball over. The small, intricate details of the game, the fundamentals of the game is really where the Falcons failed last season. So I'm glad to hear Raheem Morris has now taken accountability for last season. I don't feel like it should be laid at the feet of Kirk Cousins. I don't feel like it needs to be laid at the feet of any of the other coaches like Jimmy Lake, who was let go. I really feel like because Raheem Morris is the overseer of the team, everything starts and ends with your head coach. They usually state that your team takes on the characteristics of their head coach. So if Raheem Morris, starts with the accountability piece starting with him, I really feel like that's going to benefit him. These players already, are willing to run through a wall for him. A lot of players vouch for Coach Raheem Morris because he's a player's coach. And I really think that he's a really good coach, but I think that he has to learn, to take accountability at all times. That's the most important thing as the head man is you're the one that's responsible for making sure things go right. And when things go wrong, the buck stops with you. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Coach Raheem Morris. Do you believe in Coach Raheem Morris? Do you believe that he's going to learn from his, the error of his ways of last season? Personally, based off of what he said today, during his media session, it sounds like he's went back. He's viewed those games and things of that nature. He's talked it over with his coaches and things of that nature. But it finally sounds like he's willing to take, the blunt of the blame and take accountability for where the Falcons ended their season last year. So hopefully we learn from our mistakes and we're able to capitalize this season. But with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.